second, everybody. Sound check, sound check, sound check. Give me a second. Sound check, sound check. I'm not sure if are we live. Give me a second, everybody. All right, we are live, right? All right, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders all around the world. This is Mike, the FX boss, broadcasting live on YouTube and other streaming platforms like Teams. Happy Tuesday, right? Is it Tuesday? Tuesday, all right. Yes, we're on Teams. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Todd, James, Jamie, long time no see, Jamie. Marcus, Max, Paul. All right, everybody. Yeah, this is new this month event. I'm going to, maybe not this year, we have one more event this year, but next year. Okay, everybody, remember the goal is to bring you from 0 to a millionaire trader in 3 years on average in an institutional way. What does this mean? This means that you are first an analyst, you know, and then you become a trader, and this is the, everybody, that's the manual, right? This is the free manual. Today we're going to talk about, what's the lesson? 26, how to trade pivot points in an uptrend. Pivot points in an uptrend, everybody give me a second. Pivot points in an uptrend. Support, we talked about. We are in the second module of the manual. It's called retracement and timing and retracement trading, right? Timing and retracement trading. This picture is nice. If it sounds, learn the skill, you can go long and trade a down retracement, but this same down retracement becomes an extension trade when it breaks the relevant high. Why? Because with the relevant high broken, the trend is changing. Not the yellow one, but the blue one is changing. Alright, with the break of the blue relevant high, the blue, not the yellow, it's not making lower lows nor highs anymore. You know, just made a higher high, so exactly, you know, and next level, you know. All right, give me a second. How to trade resistance in an uptrend, we talked about this already. Give it a second, checking the market, and resistance in a downtrend. Give it a second, everybody. Next level, give it a second. All right, how to trade pivot points in an uptrend today, in an uptrend, pivot points in an uptrend. I believe we don't have it, but we're going to use this concept, right? Down pivot point, the market is going to hit the floor in reverse. All right. Okay, everybody. Never forget you're going to graduate from this course when number 1, you have your chart set up and ready for trading, and number 2, you have a strategy in place, you understand how you win, how you lose. And number 3, you have a complete understanding of how this market works, so you can analyze the market, make an educated prediction. Risk disclaimer, this stream is not trading or investment advice. We're here to learn, everybody. And for questions and homeworks, you have my Gmail. And connect on Teams, it's for free. Okay, everybody, doesn't cost you a cent. Alright, that being said, everybody, let's go to... give me a second. I'm going to change language, English language, file, alright, finally open, and, well, or we can stay here, right, and now use the CAD monthly chart, where we need to find pivot points, so, alright everybody, let's go to, come on, can you see it, you know, it's frozen. Again, come on. Oh, finally. Maybe I need to close the Teams. Quit Teams. Well, just close it for now. Alright, everybody, give me a second. We are going to go to AUD CAD, right? First, AUD CAD. Just an example. Today we have how to trade pivot points in an uptrend. Alright everybody, so do we agree that the market is moving, forget about the Fibonacci's, but do we agree that the market is kind of in consolidation? Do we agree that we have the market hit the, you know, the market hit this level a few times, you know, one bottom, double bottom, and now it's triple bottom, right? And it's moving, so we're going to go here, right? We're going to go here, you know, and then we're going to, if we have time, we're going to go here, right? So this here, and then we're going to go here, everybody. So remember, back in time, you've seen this chart already, so it was predictable, you know, and we're going to put this line in here, give me a second, red line maybe, and make it bigger, and like this, and then we're going to have another one, you know, down here, right? How to trade pivot points in an uptrend. So I'm going to F11, I'm going to clone the chart, everybody, and now I'm going to go on the 4-hour chart, just an example. I'm going to zoom out and all right, we are here, right? We are here, and before that, just quickly everybody, before that, just quickly, so how do pivot points work? The market is going to go from the downside up, is going to make higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, is going to hit the pivot point in one way or another, you know, sometimes going to break, sometimes going to almost touch, then it's going to react, then it's going to break through the pivot point. Hello Alex, how are you? Then it's going to go down from the upside down, and then it's going to continue. This is the specific of the pivot point, right everybody? It's going to, talking about entry and take profit and stop loss, this is a variable, you know, the market is going to react. The breakthrough, it's a variable, then the retest of the pivot points, it's another variable. Does this make sense? Alex, I answered to you the email. Everybody, for you to get the free course in October, learn how to make, so it's called, initially what's called, learn how to understand risk as a trader. Okay, you must be, to get it for free, you know, you must be enrolled in some course. Make sense, everybody? Boss, but I can't, I'm sorry, you know, I mean, but this is one way how can we help you, make sense? So everybody, this is now the downtrend line, right? We're on the 4-hour chart, or should we go on the 2 hours? Maybe 2-hour chart, 2-hour chart. Add more, we're going to add 2-hour chart, everybody. Minute, hour, we're going to add the 2-hour chart on the right and apply. All right, let's go to the 2-hour chart, everybody. Okay, so we hit the lower point of the band, and maybe not the first one, right? Maybe you're not going to trade maybe the first, because we are maybe scared or in doubt, but long story short, everybody, this would be the market way, market structure, right? And here now we are here, can you see, everybody? The market made a higher high, right? Okay, now I'm going to delete this downtrend line, and I'm going to put this uptrend line, all right? And I'm going to delete this circle, and I'm going to delete this circle, all right? And I'm going to zoom in, and so this is one, right? And we are here right now. I'm going to extend another trend line, as we've learned correctly, and then I'm going to extend another trend line from here to here, and I'm going to extend another trend line, right? So we are in an uptrend. Agreed, everybody? There is no right or wrong. Okay, we're on the 2-hour chart. Todd, give me a second, everybody. So we're going to wait for a possible retracement. 1, 2, 3, maybe not the first one. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Maybe, just maybe. All right, so here it is, right? maybe not the best, but still counter trend line break, everybody. All right, so just briefly, you know, with not too much complicating, going to have extension, retracement, extension. Okay, and here is the question: how many of you would buy this market, and would you put the stop loss on the stop loss number 1, or would you put the stop loss on stop loss number 2, everybody? So here we're going to put stop loss number 1 is going to be here, and we're going to have the stop loss number 2. Stop loss number 2 is going to be here, like Australian guys, you know. Okay, everybody? And question: would you enter this trade, everybody, knowing what you know about pivot points? Hedge fund trader Alex, would you buy this market? And remember, Forex course 101, Forex course 101, risk management, risk management rule. You must not risk more than you make. In the advanced institutional trader course, Forex course 202, it's going to be a different story. Okay, but we are trying to learn the basics. In the advanced course, we have set and forget strategies, you know. We are developing, you're going to learn dollar cost averaging strategies, you know, and so on and so on and so on, you know. But not, nevertheless, this is now Forex course 101, is the risk management rule. So if you say yes, everybody, okay, if you say yes, I'm going to take this trade, Paul, listen to me, Paul. If you say yes, I'm going to take this trade, Paul on Teams, and you say, all right, this is my risk, Paul, you know, give me a second, everybody. Then clone, you cannot, Paul, example, right? You cannot risk more than you make. Makes sense, Paul? All right, you can go 1 per 1, and you can go 1 per 2. Just an example. All right. No, sir, I will be risking more than take profit. Well, everybody, you can take stop loss number 1, or you can take stop loss number 2. Makes sense? All right. You can go to stop loss number 1, stop loss number 2. There is no right or wrong. Just share some ideas. What do you think, everybody? You can go 1 for 1 if you want. Hedge fund trader Alex on YouTube. Are you going to enter? Everybody, you can go to stop loss number 1 also. It's a variable, right? You can go from here to here. It's an option. You know, you are responsible for what you do, everybody. So basically, you can go 1 for 1 and make some profits. Makes sense? Can you see the blue, everybody? I'm going to clone again. 1 for 1, like this. Hello, Nandozi, how are you? Nandozi, would you take this trade? And remember, everybody, you see the pivot point. We are on the 2-hour chart. We could be on the 1-hour chart, 50-minute chart. It's all the same. You are trying to learn a thought process, everybody, how to think. Makes sense? You are trying to learn how to think, everybody. Would you enter this trade, everybody? You see the pivot point here, right? And the knowledge, the learnable skill says the market is going to go up, is going to react in some way or another, then it's going to break through and it's going to retest before it moves further up. This is theory, right? Don't worry, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat, everybody. Still the trade is risky for me because of pivot point. Sure. Everybody, there is no right or wrong, makes sense? What can you do if the trade is risky? You can risk less, but talking about how much money put to work in percentage, we are trying to learn, you know. John, listen to me, John, and Alex too. We are trying to learn, this is not how, it's a risk management rule, makes sense? Yeah, of course, it's percentage too, but risk management rule, you must not risk more than you make. So whatever you do, you know, if you would go stop loss down in here, but your profit is up there, and you know that the market is going to react, now this becomes problematic, makes sense? No sir, I may hit my stop loss on the reverse. Okay, everybody, so I'm going to go, you know, I'm going to go with the blue, makes sense, everybody? I'm going to go, or let's not talk about me. Let's say that trader number one is going to go with the stop loss number one, alright? Trader number one equals to stop loss number one, okay, slash risk reward ratio equals to 1/1/2. Okay, and the trader number two is going to take the stop loss, is going to choose the stop loss number 2 and also risk reward ratio, you know. All right, so we have two traders, both of them are going to risk 1/1 up in here, you know, and let's see how this is going to play out. All right, there is no right or wrong. This is the work, everybody, you must do it. We are talking about studying the charts, make sense? What we are doing right now, we are studying the charts, how this knowledge works in real time. All right, when you apply this in real time, how this is going to go. So we are in the market, we have two traders, and let's see the market is going up, and long story short, you know, it's sideways, you know, it's going up, almost, stop. Are we stopped out? Stop loss number one is the trade, give me a second, everybody. Stop loss, was the stop loss hit? Stop loss number one, okay, so trader number one, it's out, everybody, and one more, 2, 3, so again, trader number one now is going to enter again in here. Okay, everybody, so we're going to move this one. This was stopped out, so now trader number one is going to re-enter again, and out this one, with the same story, 1/1. Give me a second, everybody. 1/1. Let's see what is going to happen. And the market's moving, and it's moving, you know, and it's, oh my god, moving down, you know, it's breaking through. Let's see if we are going to be stopped out on this one. Almost. This is the stop loss down in here, right? Almost stopped out, and so stopped out on, all right, we are here, and now that being stopped out, right, it's going to be, that's the hard high, so extension, retracement, extension, retracement, extension again, and boss, we were stopped out. Sure, we were stopped out. Okay, now everybody, we are going to go to, I'm going to put the blue line. All right, why were we stopped? Hello Olga, how are you? Why were we stopped out? We go from the 2-hour chart to the higher time frame, which is the daily. All right, and give me a second. Daily. All right, what happened on the daily, everybody, that you have the knowledge. What happened on the daily? Everybody, doesn't the knowledge says that the market is going to go to the pivot point, is going to retest the pivot point, and then is going to break through? And after once the market goes through the pivot point, isn't the knowledge telling you that the market is going to retrace? Retracement. So was this loser predictable to a degree? Was this loser predictable to a degree? So we didn't, boss, we lost. Of course we lost, because we didn't bother to check the higher time frame. Does this make sense? We didn't bother checking the higher time frame, right? But this is how you learn. So knowing what we know, alright, so we lost. Now we're going to stay on the daily chart first, and we're going to wait. Now we are what? We are at this stage of the pivot point. The market broke through, and now it's going to retest the pivot point before it gets back up into the new extension. So we are now in this phase here on the daily, and we're going to wait for the counter trendline break on the daily. And when this happens on the daily, then we're going to enter on the 2-hour chart again. Okay? And yes, this is a strategy now. Alright? Yes, Max, exactly. We should bother with the higher time frames, Max on Teams. So we're going to wait. Now we are here, right? We're going to wait for the daily. Whoops. That's the daily candle, right? So I'm going to move this one. Do we have, everybody, a counter trendline break on the daily? 1, 2, 3, bam! Pivot point, right? And we didn't learn candlesticks yet. Maybe we should, right? For next year, Forex course 101. Maybe we should learn candlesticks before we talk about support, resistance, and pivot points. I'm going to change the manual programming, alright? Okay. So now, again, there is no right or wrong. We're going to put a vertical line, blue, in here, back to the 2-hour chart. Alright, everybody. So how many of you want to enter? So we're going to wait for our new retracement, right? We're going to wait 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, there you go. This is from the daily now, right? We're just on the 2-hour chart. So the 2-hour chart finally, now this is the counter trend line breaking here. How many of you want to enter? Give me a second. And how many of you want to enter? Whoops, I shouldn't. Right? I showed you too much already. Oh, everybody's jumping on the train, right? Oh yeah, I want to. Okay, so this is the now you want to enter, right? Because I showed you the future. But you must understand, everybody, why this is happening. Makes sense? You want to become an independent trader. Agreed? Alex, I will enter now. I mean, I bet, right? I bet I will enter now. I've seen this news announcement whenever candle. So everybody, long story short, you know, again, stop loss number 1 could be here, and or stop loss number 2 could be here, right? Stop loss number 1. All right, Alex, hedge fund trader Alex, which stop loss do you want to have? And do you want to go 1 per 1 or 1 per 2? Risk reward ratio. So we're entering in here, everybody. You can choose to have the stop loss in here. So this is going to be 1 per 2 and clone 1 per 2. like this, or you can choose that stop loss goes to below stop loss number 2, and you go 1 per 1, 1 per 2, you know, it's all the same, doesn't really matter. And you are doing this anyway, everybody. Clone. Alright, I will enter now. Tell me risk reward ratio 1 per 1 on the stop loss. No. Tell me what stop loss, Alex. Hedge fund on YouTube, everybody. Hedge fund trader Alex, Olga, and Nandozi. Do you want to buy? If yes, what stop loss do you want to choose? Stop loss number 1, stop loss number 2. And do you want to go 1 per 1 risk reward ratio or 1 per 2? And there is no right or wrong. Don't worry, everybody, I have 20 seconds left on the chat. I'm reading a text in the meantime. Stop loss number 2, Alex. What risk reward ratio? 1 per 1, 1 per 2? I will wait for a Nandozi confirmed uptrend and also stop loss with stop loss number 2. Alright. Alex, 1 per 1, 1 per 2 risk reward ratio. Olga, stop loss number 2. Risk reward ratio 1 per 1, 1 per 2. One per 2, alright. So, let's see how this is going to play out, everybody. Hedge fund trader Nandozi, hedge fund trader Olga. Risk reward ratio 1 per 2, 1 per 1. In the meantime, on Teams, everybody wants stop loss number 2. Also, everybody goes 1 per 2. Of course, right? I mean, you've seen this, right? And let's see how the market goes. And it's going up. And it's going up. And it's going up. And it's going up. And it's going down, down, down. It's going up and sideways. Alright, everybody. Nandozi, do you want to enter a discounter trendline break now? And hedge fund trader Alex and hedge fund trader Olga, the one who are in profit, do you want to get out of the trade or do you want to stay in the trade? And there is no right or wrong. Whatever you say, everybody, makes sense? There is no right or wrong anyway. But we are now talking about risk reward ratios and everything, you know. We are now up in here. Up in here. Like the Australians is up in here. Marco says this is Schwarzenegger talk, up in here. What should we do up in here? I will exit now, Alex. It's pocketing. Congratulations. Alex, it's out. Olga, what do you want to do? And hedge fund trader Nandozi, do you want to buy market now that it's... Nandozi, you said I will wait for a confirmed uptrend. Now you have it. Do you want to enter? But if you... See, everybody, this is what we are learning right now. If Nandozi says, oh, I'm going to enter right now, and... So this is now, look at the rectangle, this is now the risk. And if I want to go 1 per 1, do you see where my take profit is? And Nandozi, you know, you can go, I'm going to put another stop loss. This is going to be the stop loss number 3, everybody, stop loss number 3. It's up in here. Stop loss up in here. Stop loss number 2 is up in here. Yes, I will enter the market now. Alright, Nandozi, what stop loss do you want? Do you want to stop loss number 1, stop loss number 2, or stop loss number 3? What stop loss do you want? And remember, Forex course 101, non-negotiable rule, I must not risk. In the advanced institutional trader course, you are going to learn different techniques, different risk models. Alright? It's a different story, a different book. In the advanced course, you're going to learn how to enter against the market and, you know, enter when the market goes against you. But Forex course 101, it's a rule, I must not risk more than I make. Stop loss number 3. Wow, stop loss number 3. Stop loss number 3, everybody. And do you want to go 1 per 1 or 1 per 2, Nandozi? So I'm going to clone. Do you want to go 1 per 1 or 1 per 2? Clone one more time, left click, right click, clone. There you go. 1 per 1 or 1 per 2? Hedge fund trader Olga, what are you going to do with the take profit? Do you want to get out as Alex on YouTube, everybody? Hedge fund trader Olga, do you want to get out? Are you staying in the trade until the market goes 1 per 2? So this is Alex. Alex was out. 1 per 2, it's up in here now with Olga. Stop loss number 3, alright. Nandozi, do you want to go 1 per 1 risk reward ratio or do you want to go 1 per 2? Olga, do you want to go 1 per 1 risk reward ratio or do you want to go 1 per 2? I will close the trade. Olga, it's similar to Alex, alright, very good, excellent. We're waiting for Nandozi, hedge fund trader Nandozi. Do you want to go 1 per 1 or 1 per 2? Nandozi says, sorry, stop loss number 2. And I want to go 1 per 2. Everybody, this is what we're trying to learn, you know. Now, everybody, I mean, on YouTube are Olga, Nandozi, and Alex. Hedge fund trader Alex and hedge fund trader Olga help Nandozi to understand what is most likely going to happen 7 times out of 10 with Nandozi's trade. Everybody. So I'm going to delete stop loss number 3 because nobody's in, alright? Remember, knowledge says the market goes up, is going to hit a pivot point, is going to react in some way or another, then it's going to break through, is going to retest the other side of the pivot point, and then it's going to move up. So me, Nandozi, I am up in here, Nandozi, and my stop loss is down in here, and I'm going 1 per 2. Make sense, everybody? So if you understand what we are talking about, what is going to happen with Nandozi trade 7 times out of 10? It's not exactly, John, it's not just the stop loss level, we are trying to comprehend also the relevance of the take profit level. Make sense, everybody? When it comes to support, resistance, pivot points, especially on the smaller time frames, you're trying to understand what's the probability of the market stopping me out and what's the probability of the market hitting my take profit before the market reverses, you know, and stops me out again. Does this make sense? And the market is going to stop you out on the 2-hour chart. Those losers are predictable. And the market is going to stop you out on the 15-minute chart, 1-hour chart, 2-hour chart, 4-hour chart, sometimes even the daily when... Now that's on you. When a pattern called market structure is going to do what? When a pattern called market structure, also called market wave, is going to do what? You are entering here, just an example. I'm not saying that Nando's is wrong, no. I'm not saying that Nando's is wrong, but you are entering here, but the market wave, also called market structure, is going to do what? We've learned this. See how this goes, the knowledge, you are upgrading the skill of understanding how this market works. It's going to take you 1 year just to understand how this market works. If you do the homeworks, study the charts, build the charts. The hard time will help me understand the major reversal. When the market structure, also called market wave, is going to end the extension and start the retracement, all of us, me too, all of us who are on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour chart, 15-minute chart, all of us, we are going to be stopped out. It will retrace, exactly. This is the issue, everybody. This is the issue entering here at the pivot point. Can you see, everybody? This is the issue when, yeah, fair enough, my stop loss might be in the safe place, but my take profit, it's far, far, far away. Can you see, everybody? It's far, far, far away. So in the meantime, instead of me getting a winner and pocket some money, is the market is going to go up, 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 hit the pivot point and reverse, and then it's going to stop me out. 7 times out of 10. This price action, it's predictable. Make sense, everybody? Study the charts. Alright, John on Teams. It's not just the entry, it's also the stop loss. What's the probability of the market stopping me out at the pivot point? And then the take profit, what's the probability of the market hitting my take profit before it reverses and goes into retracement and stops me out again here? And everybody, next week classes go back to normal. We're going to have classes 1 hour later than this hour. Okay, we're going to have classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, possibly too, to speed up a little bit until Christmas. Alright, so let's see how this is going to go, everybody. Let's see. We are in a trade, and now those in a trade, so market goes up and down, going down and sideways, you know, going up and up and up and up. Long story short, going up and up and up and up and up. Almost, everybody see what's happening here? Almost hit the take profit, right? Almost hit the take profit 1 for 1. Yeah, we can manage the trade, sure. But let's say that I'm at work, let's say that I'm on a 15-minute chart or 1 hour chart and I have a job, and I cannot act like, oh, it retrace, I'm going to get out. So we're going to see what is going to happen. And long story short, alright, see everybody what's happening? The market, you know, it was breakthrough, retraced, remember, from the daily. Then we entered up in here, but here we have a pivot point, and you've seen this pivot point before you've entered the trade. Make sense? Everybody? And now, let's see what happened. Everybody tell, no, this is, you wish, huh? This is not a pre-planned class. We are doing this live as we speak. Boss, how did you know? I didn't know. We don't know, we don't know. We know there is a pivot point. We know how the market is going to react. Or we know that the market is going to react 7 times out of 10. But I didn't know that the market is going to stop me out. It's not the stop loss the issue, is the take profit also. Make sense, everybody? I don't even know if I can stay in so long because my emotions will kick in. You are going to learn in the Advanced Institutional Trader course. Everybody, we're going to talk about personalities. It's going to be, we have tests. It's going to be crystal clear who you are as a personality. As a are you a day trader, scalper, swing trader, position trader, whatever, news trader? Okay? In the advanced course, you're going to learn that your strategy must be in synergy with your personality. Okay, Alex, don't worry. So we are stopped out again, right? And here, back to the daily. Back to the daily. What happened on the daily? What happened on the daily that we are stopped out? What happened on the daily? Everybody, what happened on the daily? The daily happened higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. It happened extension, retracement, and the market moving to the next extension. Agreed, everybody? Do you understand that this is a learnable skill? If you would do the correct work, follow the correct process, think in the correct way, and try not to invent hot water, you would have less losers and more winners. Market wave retracement, exactly. But also the understanding that Alex and Olga entered in before, made some money, got out, and me and Andozi, we waited. Nothing wrong, nothing wrong. This is not about the strategy, there is no right or wrong, you know. And the issue was the take profit was too far away. Make sense, everybody? Alright, everybody, I need to go. We're finishing the September virtual office this week. So next week everything gets back to normal, alright? And Alex, answer to me on the email if you want to go to for free in the Learn How to Make Big Money course, okay? It's going to be 5 weeks, everybody, 5 Saturdays. I'm going to bombard you with psychology. We're going to talk some crazy stuff like reality structures, you know? Boss, what is the reality? A reality structure is the way how you think. What is possible for you, what is not possible for you, what you believe it's true, what you don't believe it's true. This affects your trading. Alright, everybody.